Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my Halloween Oracle collection. So some of these are very Halloween specific, but others are Halloween adjacent. So we have some gentle oracles, we have some oracles that if you like to do some spell work, they would be great for that around this time of year, as well as strictly Halloween. So there's no countdown, there's no rankings. It's just strictly sharing today. So I hope you enjoy. And with that being said, let's get to our first one. This video is kindly sponsored by Madam Glam New York. They are a nail polish company who are vegan. They are free from 21 of the most toxic chemicals found in nail polish. They are cruelty-free, meaning they do not test on animals and they never will. And they are palm oil free, meaning they are produced with respect to the environment. I have here in front of you 3 new pink shades that they sent me because this October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So this is the sprinkles color. This is glitter. It looks almost holographic too. So we're going to try this one out today. And then this one is a solid color called Dolce Vita. I still am in love with the bottle handles. Everything works so well ergonomically. And this last shade here is Candy Cane. So they created this gel category called Think Pink, and all of the pink gel colors, they're already discounted. Oh, look at that. So you're getting a discounted price for the nail polish, but what's great about it too is that for every bottle sold, they are donating $1 to help breast cancer. So I think that's fantastic. All right, look at how pretty. Thank you so much to Madam Glam New York for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it so much. And thanks to you guys for watching. It really means a lot and it helps the channel and it helps us bring you more content quicker. So thank you again. And let's get on with the video. All right, we're going to take a look at Witchlings. This is a deck and book set by Paulina Cassidy, or you might know the author as Paulina Faye more recently. This is published by US Game Systems, and I believe it's retailing around $21.95. I believe, I'm not quite sure, as there's no price tag on here. However, this is a deck that I use quite often. It's great for just generic readings. It's great for confirmation. It's very gentle. But what's also great about it is it has spells related to the cards. So if that's something you're into, this book is chock full of them. So like I said, very gentle, and the artwork is so whimsical. They're all little witches. There is the title of the card and then a blurb about it at the bottom. And it is US Game System cardstock, so it is absolutely wonderful to shuffle. I do not have a problem at all. There's the back. And it's got a slight gloss to it. I love using these for confirmations or a daily pull to see what I need to focus on for the day. And for this time of year, like I said in the intro, if you like doing spell work, these would be fantastic for that because of all of the info in the book. And you can also use these for altar work as well. So I'll show you how they shuffle. Not an issue. I think there's 44. There's 40 cards and 150 spells. So it's great. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorites to use with almost every reading. So if you have this, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. Next up in the Halloween adjacent, we have the Everyday Witch Oracle by Deborah Blake and art by Elizabeth Alba. This is published by Llewellyn and it retails for $23.99. So I absolutely love the Everyday Witch Tarot. Those of you who have been with me for a while now know that that is one of my favorite of all time decks, but this is a great companion to it, the Everyday Witch Oracle. I love the back. It is a gloss. It shuffles, but I say adjacent because again, these are all witches and it's very whimsical again. And it does bring a lot of that harvesty, fall, whimsical witch element into the readings. And it's very insightful. It helps work with elements. It helps work with, a daily pull or whatever you need to work through for the day. And what's great about this version too is it's more diverse. So it's been fantastic to work with. I love this card so much. Grateful. So sweet. So the guidebook is great. There's a lot of ways to use this, but it focuses on the different elements. So it has earth, grounding and practical action. It has air, thought and communication, fire, creativity and passion, and water, change and movement. And then within those sections, there's a lot of great ways to work with the elements as well. So for instance, with the water, you have healing water, cleansing, meditation, etc. And there's wonderful actions for the card, divination, so a meaning for the card, and then how to use it in your magical workings as well. So it's been a really wonderful deck to work with for multiple different reasons. And so again, if you are into spell work and using it for meditations or decks for meditations, this would be a great one for you. Again, very gentle, soothing, wonderfully done. I can't say enough good things about it. Let me know if this is in your collection down in the comment section below. This deck is quickly becoming a very utilized deck in my collection. This is the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle by Laura Tempest Zakroff, author of Weave the Liminal. So this is published by Llewellyn, retailing for $24.99. And this is all about the body of a witch. And it is 48 cards and a full colored guidebook. And again, this is adjacent to Halloween. It's not really Halloween per se, but I feel like if you are one who practices this art, it would be a wonderful tool to utilize in this Halloween season. So it's wonderfully done. I love the art style. I love the different symbols in each card. I feel like I get different intuitive hits every time I use it. It is a gloss, shuffles great. In fact, let me show you how it shuffles. Not an issue there. So yeah, it's a great little deck to have fun playing around with for a daily pull, for ritual work, for altar work, for internal work as well. The guidebook is fantastic. It tells you the group that the card's in, a description of what's going on in the card, and things to consider. Then we have some keywords and then like a little prescription for you on how to use the card as well. So if it's something that if there's like internal work that you want to do or get to know yourself a little bit better spiritually, this is a great deck for that. And what a wonderful time to do some of that work around Halloween. So if you purchase this deck, I want to know what you think because I've been having a wonderful time getting to know it. I feel like for me, I instantly connected with it right away. I feel like it's very deep and sometimes you don't even need to use the guidebook because there's just so much that you can pick up on the card, especially if you practice the craft. You recognize certain elements in what is going on in the card and you can embody those things. So not quite Halloween, but adjacent. Like I said, I felt like this needed to be included because again, it does embody that spirit as well as you can use it for ritual work as well for that time of year. This one is very new to my collection. This is the Oracle of the Witch, Reclaim Your Birthright. This is by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn Free, and it's illustrated by Mira Nerdianti. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I did not, I apologize. This is published by Rockpool, retailing for $24.99 in the US and $18.99 in the UK. This is super unique. It's 44 cards and a guidebook, again, with ritual work, spell work in here. So again, that's why I've added it. And it definitely has the Halloween feel for me with the spooky vibes. I feel like it's a really interesting and deep deck to work with. There's a lot of things in here that I might not necessarily practice myself, but again, to each their own. It's really interesting as far as the style goes, because again, it is all black, white, and red, but it does give off the spooky vibes as well. So I felt like this needed to be included in this video. Again, very great to work with as far as getting to know yourself. A more personal deck, in my opinion. I don't think it would be one that I would use on clients. It feels more of a personal workings. So a daily pull, altar work. Again, there's spell work in here. I love the red foiling. Shuffle's just great. And it is, I would say, a slight gloss, but it's more matte. You can see the reflection of the ring light. But the guidebook is really in-depth for what I would be surprised by. There's a little invocation usually for each card. There's guidance that goes with the card. There is upright meanings as well as reverse meanings, and then either a spell or like a lesson, or how it would have been used back then, or how you can use the energy of the card now. There are some spreads, so it's been really interesting to get to know, but it definitely, like I said, has the Halloween vibes. This is probably not for everyone. When I did the unboxing videos, there was a lot of mixed opinions, which is great. I really like having your guys' opinions on the deck. They're not going to vibe with everyone, so it's interesting to see what you guys connect with and what you don't. So I'm putting this on the Halloween collection just strictly because there's a lot of ways that you can use it for Halloween as well as the spooky vibes. Okay, so this is another deck that is by Barbara Micklejohn Free and Flavia Kate Peters. This is the Witch's Wisdom, and it's illustrated by Richard Crooks. This is published by Llewellyn, and it retails for $23.99 in the US. This is 48 cards and a guidebook. This is like your quintessential witchcraft oracle. Like that in and of itself speaks volumes, that back, right? So it's got that gold foiling. The art might not be for everyone. Some of it looks computer generated, and that's fine. But like, I love this. But it's educational as well as it fits right in with the vibes of Halloween, at least for me personally. I get really good readings with this. I feel like I don't use it enough now since I have other decks in my collection. But this is definitely a deck that you can use for whatever you would like. I like it too because it does have the seasons in here. And so you can kind of use it for timing readings as well. But yeah, not necessarily Halloween, but you can totally pass it off as Halloween-y. A lot of us are like, this is just my everyday. But the guidebook is pretty great too. It's very basic. You have the card, the meaning, or the keyword, and then a little poem or invocation about it, the wisdom about the card, then we have foresight, and then moon revealed. So more history with it. Or not moon revealed, but like the card revealed. So whichever card it is. So this one's magic circle. So magic circle revealed. So a little information. So with this one, it's pretty good if you are learning this practice. But again, everyone practices differently. So some of this might not vibe with you. I feel like it leans a little bit more heavily toward the Wicca side. But again, very fun deck to use. Very insightful. So yeah. show you how it shuffles. It's a little bit of a thinner cardstock, very, very flexible on the very, very thinner side. So again, everybody's different with their cardstock. It's not a huge issue for me. So is this a deck you own? Because this has been out for quite some time. I know they have done many iterations. There's the Witch's Kitchen, there's the Witch's Familiars. So there's a few of their decks out there, but this one felt more Halloween to me than the other ones. Okay, we have the Santa Muerte Oracle, the Book of the Dead by Fabio Listrani. 32 cards with a book published by Lo Scarabeo. So we have multiple languages, which is fantastic. However, I would love more information in the guidebook and I would love more cards. I feel like with some of the Lo Scarabeo Oracle cards, we're left wanting more. So this is the magic of death and the magic of life. Meet within this colorful and mystical oracle that follows the lore of the Dias de los Muertos. So I do apologize for my pronunciation. This deck is pretty unique. I enjoy using it. I do admit I don't use it quite often enough, but it's very fun. It's very colorful. It's very different feeling. Very different feeling. I don't have anything quite like it as far as the art goes, but if you are a Fabio Listrani fan, definitely recommend this. So I'm not well versed in Dia de los Muertos, but if I remember correctly, it is around the same time frame as Halloween, but I could be very wrong with that as well. But yes, this is included because of that. Very colorful, very bright, very vibrant, very dynamic cards. And the backs, if you put them all together, line them up as you in order, they form like a talking board or like a Ouija board. So that's very cool. So you can use that too if that's something that you're interested in. I'll show you how they shuffle. But it gives you great information. I mean, I, again, always want more, but it gives you great information about the character on the card as well as the advice from the dead. So this is the mother goddess of the earth, of the moon and birth, connected to the 2nd and 7th cards in here. So masculine and feminine. And then it has the advice from the dead. So it would be trust your intuition, but first accept and admit your defaults to yourself. Only in this way can your journey be prolific, rich, and unobscured by your ego. So there's a lot of info here that can help you learn about I'm going to say entities, the energy of the cards. Very interesting, and you can use them in a lot of different ways. So check out my video on this for more in-depth, but if you are interested in this, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a very different deck. But yes, now we're going to get toward very specific Halloween decks. All right, this next deck, it comes with this pouch. This is a really interesting deck that I've always enjoyed using. This is the Memento Mori, Lenormand, and Oracle deck created by Claire Goodchild. If that name sounds familiar, she is the one who brought to you the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So this is an interesting deck. It comes in this tuck box. I believe I purchased it for $60 because it is independently published. The back is great. It's very basic. Skulls. It shuffles so nicely. The cardstock is fantastic because it is on the thinner side, but it feels great quality. And with like, I think there are 80 cards so shuffling this is really nice. It's really easy to shuffle. So nice. But what I love about it is the aesthetic. So it is like old world science book, biology, cabinet of curiosities. It is so like dark and twisted, but in a positive way. And every time I read with it, I get different intuitive hits. It's so pretty. I love the art style so much. And it really is like, remember that we all will die someday. Like, it's just a very morbid take, a very macabre. That's the word I'm looking for, but very positive. So yeah, I get a lot of different intuitive hits every time I use it. It's very fun, very freeing sometimes to use a deck like this. And you do get a little booklet here with just keywords. So again, you can use this however you like, whatever your intuition picks up on first, that's what you should use. But also you can go in here and really understand with the keywords what it should mean. And then you can use the Lenormand from 1 to 36. Yeah, because I can read Roman numerals. So you can separate those cards out and use this deck specifically for Lenormand. So it definitely is a workhorse deck if that's what you're into. Very versatile, but it does give straight up Halloween vibes, and I am so here for this. Like, yes, it's expensive, but at the same time, I use it a lot. And, you know, I enjoy it. I feel like as a collector for myself, it's very fun to have in the collection for this time of year. So let me know if this is something you have in your collection or if you've even heard of it, because it is very cool to use. I don't know very many people who have used it, so that's why I'm asking. All right, on to the next one. Super fall, autumn, Halloween deck this one is. This is the Autumn's Delight by V, Love, and Crystal. They are a friend of the channel. Absolutely love her and the decks she creates. So this is independently made. You can find this on Etsy. I recommend you checking out my unboxing video for all of the information there. But this deck is so fun. Like, I love it so much. It is all the fall vibes. All the Halloween vibes too. So I typically like to use this once August hits, really, and then throughout November. But what I love about it is, again, you can use this whenever, however your intuition sees fit. There is no guidebook. I love the size of this. I love the colors of it. And the cardstock is great. It's on the very flexible side, but it's sturdy. Like, it snaps back really well. And it's a matte, meaning I can film and I don't have to worry about fingerprints or glares or anything like that. You can still see some light, but it's not that bad. Like, so maybe there's a little bit of gloss on there, but it's mostly matte. So I'm very, very happy with that. It's just fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. And again, like I said, very great for intuitive hits because, again, the consciousnness, like, that could mean a lot of things depending on your reading or the question that you're asking. So again, so much fun. I absolutely love it. I love, love, love using it. Let me show you how it shuffles. It's so cute on the back too. The little mushrooms. So literally on the back, all of my favorite things. So yes, I highly recommend checking out her store. You can find her on Etsy at V, Love, and Crystals. And she has a lot of other amazing decks as well. You can also check out, I have the lavender deck of hers as well. So hopefully I'll remember to link it. Let me know if you purchased this one too, or do you have any of these decks? I would love to hear your thoughts. Seasons of the Witch Sewing Oracle. This is illustrated by Giada Rose. This is by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz, published by Rockpool, retailing for $21.95 in the US and $16.99 in the UK. So this is straight up Halloween sewing deck. This is what I use for this time of year, mostly for my own personal readings. There's a lot of different spreads in here. And I believe this was their first Seasons of the Witch production. So this one doesn't have a lot of diversity. A lot of you said that that was one of the reasons why you didn't want to purchase this, which fair. But they have gotten better with their consecutive releases after this. So I'm excited to own all of them. This is a very personal deck, like I said before. I really like using this for this time of year as well as for introspection, kind of like what I need to maybe focus on, or I like to use it as a daily pull or for my altar. I also like to use it for confirmation as well. But what I like too is that there's a lot of info for each card, and they do reverse meanings. So the guidebook's pretty great. There is the red foiling, and each like the Beltane and the what's the other one, the Yuletide, they all have different edging colors. This is a gloss. It shuffles. I feel like I keep forgetting to shuffle on most of these videos, so now I got to do it first. All right, so the art's great. There's a little blurb here. I don't typically read too much into the blurb. I go by the art and then whatever it says in the guidebook. But it's really interesting. The women are like very waif-like, very fragile looking. So that's not my favorite, but I kind of get it if that's the vibe that they were going for the spooky season. But it reminds me of like early Americana folk art in that aspect, like the very deep, earthy tones. It's just a very interesting deck. Like this is very much so reminds me of that. It is a gloss. It's just an interesting, fun deck. It's definitely all of the vibes of Halloween. So yeah, like I said, very much a personal deck for me. I feel like it's like an internal growth deck, but like I said, I use it for a lot of different things as well. So if you were on the fence about this, I can understand why. But as well, if you did purchase it, let me know if this is one of your favorite iterations of the Seasons of the Witch decks, or which one is your favorite. The deck I use all the time through Halloween season, no matter what, is the Halloween Oracle. This is by Stacey DeMarco, lifting the veil between the worlds every night. This is published by Blue Angel, and I think it retails for $21.99. I can't recall, and it's not printed on here. But this is beautifully done. I love it. It has some positive vibes in here as well as some spooky vibes. Look at the back. I just love it so much. It is a big card. It is a very, very big card. So here's the Seasons of the Witch. It is literally the same size as the box. So very versatile in how to use this deck. You can use it all year round should you want to. I love the art, and it just embodies everything about the season. Love this one. Ooh, so pretty. This feels very homey. It feels very much of the season. Some of it can be a little spooky or scary. Some of it can be very precious. Some of it is very cozy. It's very interesting to work with because, again, sometimes like you can get the same card in your readings and each time it's different. So I really enjoy working with this. I love it for this season. It's just the right amount of spooky for me. It's just the right amount of like, ooh, chill in the air. But like, isn't that gorgeous? It's joy. Like, I love that. And the guidebook is great too because it goes into explaining the cards really well and how it relates to the energy of the card. Shuffle's just great. I tend to like to shuffle it side by side like this. I'll show you the guidebook. So it'll tell you what the card is about and then a little poem, and then it goes into depth with it. And then like if you chose this card, a little blurb for that. So it gives you a little backstory of the history of the card or how it relates to the season. So ghost, I think there are spreads in here. Let me see. Can't remember. Yes, there are. Okay, so we have the single card, the Halloween, the jack-o'-lantern. Isn't that cute? And then I thought there was one more. Nope, not one more. So this is the quintessential Halloween oracle. This oracle is great. It is perfect for beginners. It's perfect for anybody looking for a little Halloween vibes all year round. I absolutely enjoy using it. I don't really have a negative thing to say about it, other than I want more. Let me see how many cards were in this. 36 cards. All right. So yeah, I would always love to have more than 36, but you know, I will take what I can get, especially when it's done so well like this. So I know a lot of you have this deck at home. Please let me know if what your thoughts are, how you love it, how you don't love it. Same with all of the other cards that I showed you this video. Let me know which one is your favorite. Is there a deck on here that you were surprised about or that you didn't know about or now you're interested in? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below. And a huge thanks to Madam Glam for sponsoring yet another video. Again, it is a huge help to the channel. It allows me to get more content to you guys quicker. So thank you so much. Editing Natasha cutting in to remind you about my Etsy shop private readings that I do. They are now on sale until October 30th, 2022 for 30% off. So if you are looking to get yourself a reading and wanting to try it out, now is your time. Links in my link tree in the description box below. And thank you to you guys for watching, for hanging out with me. I love you and I like you. I appreciate the heck out of you. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below as always. And don't forget, if you haven't done so already, to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the way out of this video. That way you will never miss a video from me. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.